The Civil War, a time of courage, conflict, and change. Imagine a nation divided, battling over the very meaning of freedom and equality. Today, we'll journey back to one of the most significant chapters in American history and discover how the leadership of Abraham Lincoln and the bravery of countless individuals shaped the future of the United States. Picture the United States in the 1800s, a time when people lived very different lives depending on where they called home. In the northern states, many believed in freedom for all, while in the southern states, slavery was deeply rooted in their way of life. But what is slavery? It meant that people, real, living people, were treated as property, forced to work without pay, and denied basic human rights. This moral divide grew larger and larger until it couldn't be ignored any longer. In 1860, a man named Abraham Lincoln became president. He believed that all people deserved to be treated equally, and that slavery had no place in a country built on the idea of freedom. But Lincoln's election worried the southern states, and they decided to form their own government, calling themselves the Confederacy. The northern states, known as the Union, refused to let the country split apart. And so, in 1861, the Civil War began, a war that would last 4 long, painful years. This war wasn't just about battles and armies, it was about ideas. Could a nation built on liberty truly allow slavery? The stakes were high and the battles were fierce. Through it all, Abraham Lincoln remained steadfast. He delivered powerful speeches, including the famous Gettysburg Address, reminding Americans of the nation's founding principles: liberty, equality, and justice for all. But the road to ending slavery wasn't easy. Families were torn apart, towns were destroyed, and soldiers fought bravely on both sides. Yet with each victory, the Union inched closer to its goal of freedom for all. In 1865, the war finally ended and slavery was abolished in the United States. This moment, marked by the passage of the 13th Amendment, was a turning point in history. People who had been enslaved were finally free, though the journey toward true equality was far from over. Abraham Lincoln didn't live to see the full impact of his efforts. He was tragically assassinated just months after the war ended, but his legacy endures. He taught us that standing up for what's right, even when it's hard, can change the world. Today, we remember the Civil War as a time when Americans faced some of the hardest questions about fairness, freedom, and equality. It reminds us to treat everyone with kindness and respect, no matter who they are. What can we learn from this? Maybe it's as simple as doing something kind for someone else. A small act of kindness can ripple outward and make the world a better place. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other videos in the Exploring America series and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story. Thanks for watching.